Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to GB Football. Yeah, so today I just want to talk about Mo Salah and what happens if he leaves Liverpool. So it's more of an alternative world without Mo Salah at Liverpool. So just to talk about that, I also want to talk about how we can replace him. So we've been linked with quite a number of names. There's Anthony from Ajax, there's Gerard Bowen. So, just to briefly talk about those two options, I feel Gerard Bowen would be the better option, seeing that he's got Premier League experience, which is obvious, and seeing also that he's got good scoring, goal scoring numbers in a higher league, which is the Premier League. He's one of the top forwards, if I'm not mistaken. Scoring also, he also has got at least European what's his pedigree and experience, which Anthony also has. But yeah, Gerard Bowen looks like a good prospect. Klopp has always admired the player. Every time we seem to play West Ham, he's always commenting about Gerard Bowen, and he seems like a player Liverpool's scouting team has just generally tracked. Because when Klopp talks about him, he talks about him in the context of his development, how he's developed from. I think he was in the Championship, from in a team in the Championship to Premier League football. So I think we had been following him from the Championship, where he obviously had very good numbers as well. So Gerard Bowen is probably an already well-made replacement for Mohamed Salah should he leave. We've also had Rafinha as well included, but Rafinha, I don't feel. I think a lot of pundits say the similarity with him and Mo Salah, but I feel the similarity is not that much. Rafinha seems more of a ball to feet type of player, whilst Mo Salah is a run behind the defense type of player. So I feel that he also likes the ball to feet, but he also has that attribute of running behind the defense and finding himself in very good offensive positions, which Rafinha has not really, portrayed at Leeds. So I think Gerard Bowen shows that potency more than Rafinha. So for me, I feel Gerard Bowen would be the ideal candidate externally to replace Mo Salah. But again, Liverpool, I feel we have internal replacements, and that's what I'm mainly here to talk about. I'm here to talk about Harvey Elliott and also Kate Gordon. So I'm going to compare the two, and I would like to see who ideally fits the position of Mo Salah. So I'd like to firstly state also that Harvey Elliott also plays that attacking role that in midfield that Ox also is accustomed to playing. So that could be a position that I've been seeing Klopp trying to help evolve him. He says he's more natural in that position, and also the fact that he lacks the natural pace to play in that attacking position. But all in all, he's able to, and that's the position he's played most of in his youth career. So it's very interesting. So just talking about the mentalities of these players. So I'd like to start with Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott has a perfectionist type of mentality. He's a perfectionist, and he is a very determined young person. He was once asked who he looks up to within the squad, and he said it was James Milner. Surprisingly, not Mo Salah, not all the stars we have in the team, but he actually said it's Milner because of his work rate and his willingness to give everything for the team. So for him, he said when he was making his debut, that was the biggest. Well, not when he was making his debut, but when he actually played with him in the League Cup, that was his biggest achievement, just to share a field with him. So, yeah, he's a Liverpool boy and Liverpool supporter like me. Yeah, for you to be a Liverpool boy, you don't have to be born in Liverpool, by the way. Yeah, so all in all, I find that very interesting. It's just his mentality, even when he was recovering from his injury, he was always positive, upbeat, trying to, make people assured that he will return stronger. Though I have seen mentally it did have a toll on him, and some of these things really you can't really help but his mentality is elite, and I think that's what Klopp looks for: elite mentality. Like mentality, it's not really about the skill set a player has. I don't think Klopp really focuses on that, because if he focused on that, Curtis Jones would have been a starter by now, because he's got all the technical abilities to be a great player. But then it's the mentality that Klopp's really. That's why he's called our team mentality monsters, because that's our biggest attribute. It's not the technical stuff we live for Man City. Man City, you can get that. We don't care. But when we're talking about actual mentality, like, it is Liverpool. That's our definition of all the players we have. So I think, all in all, no matter what happens, Harvey Elliott will be a Liverpool player, because he's very versatile also. But I feel, let's talk about Kate Gordon. Kate Gordon I believe he's a generational talent. I love it whenever he misses a goal and he just starts pounding on the ground and he's upset. I like to see that passion in players. I love the passion he shows. He's got that hunger like Mo Salah somehow. You know what I mean? And I feel when he's on his game, he's unplayable. He's like the way Salah is unplayable when he's on his game, is how I feel. He's also equally on his game. Kate Gordon, the argument you'd make is that he's quite young, but the question you'd pose again is how quick does he develop? Because Mo Salah will probably have a year left, and Liverpool will not sell him. We'd rather run his contract down, use him for 1 year than sell him. That's just because we don't have because when Gerard Bowen, who we're talking about, is not really, I don't feel he'll have the same impact as Mo Salah has on the football team for Liverpool. So if you can keep him in for 1 year, I think Kate Gordon can come good, or maybe Gerard Bowen, or whichever star pops up in the next year, we can sign off. But all in all, I really feel Kate Gordon would be the ideal successor for Mo Salah long term. If we tie him on a 4-year contract, I don't know how it balances out. Maybe he can be getting the 3 odd games, because again, players need to play a lot. So ideally, if there's a proper transitioning for them to, young players have to play a lot for them to develop. So if there's a proper transitioning, they would remove out Mo Salah. They would let his contract run out, and then Kate Gordon comes good, he starts playing those games. So next season will be more of a transition period where he's getting the odd games here and there. But believe me or not, if this contract process does not get done over the summer, it won't get done. That's how Liverpool do that. But they don't do that business on the last year. They renew a person's contract on the last year. If this contract doesn't get done on the summer, it's done. I think fairly a 2-year contract would be nice. If he wants a 4-year contract, I think, because I feel someone younger has to, like what they've done with money, and we shouldn't wait for when it becomes situation critical for us to now pour out Mo Salah and look for a replacement, So that's all I had for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. So just my quick video about the Mo Salah replacements, and please smash a like button, and please also subscribe to my page. Just like the page, you subscribe to it automatically, and yeah, that's the best way to support us here at GB Football. Yeah, thank you.